All right, peace and blessings, everybody. It's Monday, September the 10th, the year 2018. Tomorrow is going to be September the 11th. That's always an interesting day. In any event, this is a picture of Stephen Skrocki. He's a lying reprobate from hell. He lied, withheld exculpatory evidence, and caused this innocent man to go to prison, Schaefer Cox. I've been asked to sign an affidavit, a sworn affidavit, and here's the statement. I did change it up just a bit, but if you're going to, sign a sworn affidavit, you better know that it's true. So this video is to document this statement and also to give the evidence on why it's true. In his closing arguments and in his sentencing memo, Skrocki said that Schaefer believes that God's law is more important than man's laws, and that Schaefer can't be rehabilitated from this kind of belief. So Schaefer needs to be sent to prison longer, 35 years to life. He actually put this in writing on the record. Now, if you bring up the document, it's document number 550 on the Schaefer's docket for his case. Case number 3:11-CR-00022-RJB. RJB stands for Robert John Bryan, the judge who couldn't hear. And you go through this document. It's called a United States Sentencing Memorandum document. And you just search for the word, let's search for the word beyond. Whoops, I misspelled it. Beyond. There's beyond a reasonable doubt. There we go. You're going to find this, this sentence here stated by Stephen Skrocki. As to the final factor, the government's view is that Cox is beyond rehabilitation. The simple truth is he believes man's law is of no application to him. This type of belief, akin to a subscription to a particular religion or political belief, cannot be remedied. So he goes on to talk about how Cox is beyond rehabilitation. That's Stephen Skrocki's word. So he doesn't think that Schaefer Cox is rehabilitatable. If you search for the word life in this document, he says the kind of sentences available. Given the defendant's position on the sentencing guideline scale, there are not other types of sentences available aside from significant imprisonment. Cox's offense level is 6 levels higher than the highest level contemplated by the Sentencing Commission. An offense level of 43, they have these imaginary numbers they assigned all the cases so they can, justify in their kangaroo court sending somebody to prison for life. An offense level 43 renders a guideline range of life. Here, Cox's offense level of 49 also results in an advisory range of life imprisonment. If you go down to the conclusion section, it says the court has before it a defendant who, after more than a month of trial, stands convicted of a conspiracy to murder federal officials, solicitation of murder, conspiracy to possess unregistered silencers and destructive devices, and possession of unregistered silencer, machine gun, and hand grenades. His guideline range for these offenses, along with the criminal history category of 2, is a half a dozen levels higher than the top level of guideline range 43. In order to simply attain a sentence of life at 43, Cox will have to convince the court to downward depart 6 levels. And then they go on to talk about 35 years as if they're somehow giving him a break. He ultimately got, I think, 26 or 27 years. But they talk about striking a balance between rehabilitation and the safety of the public. But remember that they said that Schaefer Cox is beyond rehabilitation because he has a religious belief that God's law is above man's law. Well, I believe that God's law is above man's law. I hope you do too. And I wonder what percentage of the country believes that God's law is above man's law. And so I wanted to share with you the sworn affidavit that I'm going to sign. I'm going to have it notarized and why I believe it's true. This document 550, if you want it, I can email it to you, but it's a sentencing, the the United States sentencing memorandum. And they do talk about Schaefer Cox being beyond rehabilitation, and he's so wicked, and he's so bad, and he's such a danger to society, and he's not rehabilitatable, that we got to put him in prison 35 years to life. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.